You know what ticks me off? I was ranting about this at my brother and his wife's house. These water bottles. You know, a lot of people, they like will look at that headline and they're just like, what? I'm a curvy girl, so I like curves. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't mind me while I'm just putting on some lip gloss. Why? Because my lips are really dry because it's winter and it's really annoying. So remember, before we go anywhere, remember to leave a like down below. It really helps my channel. Subscribe if you're new. Welcome if you are. Just a brief recap on who I am and why you would be subscribing to my channel. I love to do makeup. I'm pretty good at it. And I'm also a conservative makeup YouTuber, not to bring politics into things, but I've definitely decided there's not enough conservative voices out there that, you know, maybe you have something in common with. If you're not conservative, I don't care, that's fine. Stay with my channel. So stick with my channel. If I touch on politics, which I will at the end of this video, just a little bit, just some thoughts that I have. You can voice your opinions down below. I don't want you, if you're not, you know, conservative or, you know, I'm actually moderate, but I'm more, you know, I identify for identifying things as more conservative. So if that doesn't bother you, well, good, then we'll talk and everything will be fine. First, what I'm doing for my look, as you obviously saw what it's gonna look like, is I'm going to start off with Nivea Men's Aftershave. All this does, and I'm sure you've seen this online before, and like all the makeup gurus do it, so, you know, here I am. But I actually tried it out. It actually works, so kudos to whoever came up with that. Seemingly, I think it was like Nikki Tutorials, but it does work. After, like, you rub it and rub it until it gets sticky. And then it, like, you know what I mean, like you can feel it, and then your makeup does stick to it. I did try this out. I wanted to see if my makeup would be lasting a little bit longer, and I was out for a full day. It really did. It maintained my look for a little bit longer. So if that's something that you're looking for, like you're going on like a date night, you want it to last without it like melting off your face, definitely recommend this. So, you know, it's cheap enough and it smells like a yummy guy, so if you like that, hey, do it. What I'm going to be doing is using some Violet Voss again, because I'm trying to stick with the same palette, but I'm not going near these three colors because they're a little too patchy. So I'm just going to create kind of like a lighter eye look, but using, you know, a wearable, I guess you would call this wearable neon look. If you have colors that are similar to this, go ahead and use it. You don't have to get this palette. I just always wanted it. It was very good. So I'm going to be starting off with that. And I'm not even going to like put tape or anything. I'm just going to go real lightly. Talk about it after. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. So before I start this, I'm going to go in with the Milani eyeshadow primer. You know, anything sticky. Because with pigments, I definitely learned this last time. Especially with these ones at least, you definitely should go in with a primer first, something with a sticky base, just all over. And again, I'm not going in with like super detail on this, I just want some color. It's going to be more of a light neon look, if there is such a thing. I don't know if that's an oxymoron, it could be, but hey, I am pro oxymoron. It's a weird thing to say. And I'm gonna go in with this tool. I think it's like Eco Tools. I actually really love these brushes, and you can find them in like any drugstore. Really like it. So I want it to be lighter, so I'm gonna be using this kind of brush. This is a Morphe E25, but anything like this a little bit fluffier, because I'm not looking for super bright this time. I'm gonna go in, let's see, with the pink. Just dipping the brush in so there's a little bit of color. Oh, we'll see, that's pretty. Pretty. Just all on the lid. And this would be a good, like, even like a date night. A nice date night look. And I actually do prefer, I've noticed there's like two different types of eyeshadow people out there. They either like to put the base, you know, the lid down first, or they do in the crease. I've actually, before I started doing YouTube, I was always a lid person first. And the reason for that is, oh my goodness, is because I don't have a lot of lid space, as you can tell. So like when I look at you head on, like my lids are like touching my eyebrows. Well, I mean, like I can put a finger in between them, and that's all I have. A lot of other people have this crazy amount, you know, if I arch my eyebrow, I don't, like they have all that lid space. I do not. Plus I have, you know, hooded eyes also, so there's like a lot of extra, so when I look at you, you don't really see all that detail, just a little bit. So unless I arch my eyebrows, but who goes around, you know, looking like that? Not I. So I'm just gonna put my color down first. So if I had like the perfect person to like do makeup on, they would have tons of lid space because I could do a lot of different things. The application would also be a lot different. You can apply things a lot differently when you have all that space. So if you do, I recommend going ham. You know, like be as creative and artistic as you want, but it is a lot harder to do when you don't have a lot to work with. So that's why I think looks like this are better suited, and I like to start with the lid and then you barely, you know, blend out. You don't have a lot to work with, but it can look very, very pretty. Which, you know, if you just wanted to leave it right there, you want some color, just blend it out a little bit so no harsh edges, and put some falsies on, or don't. Live your life. You don't want to be a falsie person. I understand that. I wasn't always. I didn't start makeup using falsies. They terrified me. If you guys want, I will do a tutorial on how to do lashes. And watch, it'll be the day that like it's just not working. Because please believe me, you know, when you watch videos and everyone just applies them flawlessly and then it like cuts and like, oh, so easy. Not always true. It's not easy, and sometimes you can have a really, really bad time. Trust me, it happens. So now all I'm doing is taking the same brush. You don't have to get like 5 million different brushes if you don't want to. And I'm just feathering out the edges, just a little soft, you know. Just make them like, ooh, I'm so soft and like a pillow. Yeah, see, it's already kind of patchy. Yeah. Pigments are definitely sometimes not the easiest thing to work with. They're more meant for like precise, you know, placement, not for blending so much. Which is true, so why am I doing it? Because I love these colors. I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Awesome, and I'm just gonna put that right above the pink just so it kind of just blends into that orangey. It's kind of like a rusty orangey color. It's very pretty though. Very, very, very pretty. And I'm being a little careful here because it is a pigment, so you know, if you rub too much, the color sometimes just comes right off, and then you're just left with like, what? But they're definitely very, very pretty colors though. And these are colors that I do tend to gravitate towards. You know, some people are more neutral, and that's fine if you are. You don't have to be, you know, super colorful if you don't want to be. Hey, live your life. I'm taking sort of a clean brush and just softening out what I just did. Which is not a lot. Like I say, like what I just did does not require tons of skill or tons of thought behind it. It's just putting two colors on your eyes. Forgot to put on my cat ears to hold my hair back. This is essential. Hi. Except it didn't really hold things back all that well. First, I'm just patting down. This is Sigma. It's called Beacon of Light Shimmer Cream. I don't even know if this is supposed to be the final thing or just a base for shimmer. No idea. We're just gonna see what it does. Well, it did something. Then we could put some shinies over it. Obviously, because am I going to be using more glitter stuff? Yes, I am. Because I'm not Jamie unless I use glitter, right? And let's go in with this color. This is one of the only 2 colors that I did not use. It's just a pink. And I'm just going to add some glitter. You're going to like it. So I just did a wing, and then I put some like in my crease, and then I attached it to the wing, so it just, you know, has the illusion of like a glitter wing somewhat. Nothing super hard. You can do that. You can even not do that part. That's fine. And now I'm just going to be putting on a little bit of this CC Plus Illumination Color Correcting Illuminating Full Coverage Cream on my face. It smells so good, you guys. I do really, really like this stuff. Plus, if you don't like a full-blown like foundation on your skin, oh, the smell is divine. I would even like it slightly lighter. I'm just kind of like wiping it on. Some people like to stipple on stuff. I don't have time for it. It like makes me nervous. Goomba. What? I just fed him. I shut my door. Now he wants to go out. You gotta go out? What? Huh? You gotta go out? Yeah? When you hang on 1 minute? If you're out, I'm gonna leave you out. These are the things you have to think about. You must think about it. You want to go out or not? Gotta go out? I don't know. I don't know what he wants. See, like, in the monitor, it still looks like it's still a little too yellowy. I have a very, very light complexion with like pink undertones. I don't know. See, it still looks like, and this is like the lightest shade I can get. Man, it's really frustrating. I still haven't found like the perfect light tone for a foundation or any kind of cream on my face, and I don't know why that is. Oh. You gotta go out? But I do like how it feels on the skin. It's not super clingy, although you can still see the redness in my cheeks. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. And I'm just gonna put a little bit under here, and then I'm gonna like stipple it onto Polo. I'm gonna go like under eyes, and then I'm gonna bring it down to my cheeks using this brush. It's a pointed foundation brush by Tweezerman or Tweezerman. I don't know how you would say it. I'm gonna go in with this tear eyeliner, and I'm just gonna put some like at the beginning up here, just kind of adding some shimmer like up and out, if you can see that. Can you see that? And then just kind of blending it out. Like, I still want more shimmer. That wasn't shimmery enough for me. You guys know me. Like, I'll take a perfectly like natural, you know, quote unquote natural look. And I'd be like, yes, but glitter? Gotta have glitter. I love what it can add. I'm that extra person. I'm extra. I'm sorry. Well, now it's all shiny. Beautiful. I'm just gonna add some Anastasia Brow Wiz to my brows. I'm not gonna do a whole lot here. I want them to look pretty natural, you know, nothing super crazy. The main thing I always have to do is just fill in from here to here. Like, the fronts of my brows are fine, but, and then they get, at least on camera, they get sparse. Even though in real life, they're not that sparse. But the camera, it does something. It's very, very strange. And I don't know why. Nothing crazy. Just a few hair strokes. Back in the day, I never even used to do anything with my brows. Cause like, it's not like I don't have any, they're there. And if you don't even like doing any of this, which I understand, cause I don't either. You can even just go in with a clear brow gel, just right over your brows. And it just kind of neatens them up a little. And in fact, I have some here. I'll probably use that. Cause I'm not looking for a super, you know, crazy sculpted perfection. So the clear brow I have is by Prestige, if you will. And you just kind of run them over them. It's, you know, just kind of keeps them in place, makes them look a little nicer, I guess you could say. And I found this on Amazon, so you don't have to look high and low for it. You just kind of lift them up and over. And especially too, because the ultra sculpted brows are kind of going out of fashion, according to who, I don't know, but, and I'm kind of glad because it takes up a lot of time. Yes, it can make your look, depending on what kind of eye look you're going for. If I were doing ultra bright detailed stuff, I do think a deeper brow, more sculpted brow does look pretty. But for a look like this, there's not a lot of detail in it. It's just for the sake of having color on your face. You don't need a brow. Don't worry about it. You know what ticks me off? I was ranting about this at my brother and his wife's house. These water bottles. You know how all of a sudden they're like made to like, you know, not hold up at all, and you're drinking them and you're just like, oh my god, and then the water spurts out. Oh my god. Can you... Why? What this? Look at it. It's completely demolished. Why should I have to care? Why should I have to care? It drives me batty. It's just like, oh, sorry. And then while you're drinking it, you're just sounding like this. You're just like, freaking annoying. Oh god, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Ugh. That's my rant. I'm sorry. It bugged me. And now I'm gonna go in with this Pure Cosmetics foundation. It's actually like a foundation powder, so why would I be going over foundation with it? Just to kind of clean up things. And I like to put it over my cheeks right there. If you don't even want to do this part, you do not have to. By all means, don't. Half of this stuff is not necessary if you don't want to. Just don't feel like you have to. And then for eyelashes, I'm going to do the magnetic liner. And these are by Krona. And I'm going to be putting on a very light, you know, not super extravagant lashes here. So I just put on those lashes. They're kind of like simple. They're not super dramatic. I think they're very, very pretty. I had to go way thicker with the liner than what I wanted because this stuff, the magnetic liner, almost seems to be completely out, so it was chunky, and then I had to keep going thicker and thicker. And I know everybody out there has probably dealt with this, and it was ridiculous. So now what I'm going to do is take probably like a mix between like all of these colors and just put it right underneath my eye. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Now what I want to do is I got this bronzer. It's pressed bronzer by Han, and hopefully it's in a good shade. I was looking for a more cool toned bronzer because most of mine are all warm. So let's have a look-see here. Oh, how cute. It has like a little thing. So you close it. Oh, neat. Oh, yes. See, this is more of an ashy tone, which works better for me. Whereas, I'll give you an example of a tone that I don't like as much. It's more, it's like warmer. It's just very, you know, I like this shade. Ooh, but that one smells like coconut. This one does not. So I'm just going to go in with my Sigma F40 contour brush, and I'm just going to warm up my skin. Let's see how this looks. I'm excited. Ooh. Ooh, wait, I smell chocolate now. I smell something. Hey, oh, look at my breakout right there. It's coming through. Well, that's what happens when you don't have like full, you know, full coverage foundation. Well, you see your flaws or whatever. Alright, I actually really like this. It looks like I less got punched in the face and more just have like a healthy glow. Oh yes, so that is what I was looking for. I specifically was searching for like cool toned to ashy colors because I do think I have ashy everything. Ooh, I like that. Oh yes. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And we're gonna bring it up here. Oh, thank God. Because every bronzer I get is way too warm tone. And I'm just like, why? Because I don't want to like disturb the cream that I have on my face, which is why I'm like stippling it in and not rubbing it around. It works a little better. I don't always do that. Hey, do you? Be yourself. Oh man, we're gonna be bronzed up to the heavens now. Ooh, yeah. See how that looks less muddy on my skin as opposed to other ones that I've used? Yeah, But all you gotta do is just like find out your undertone, your skin undertone. If you have like a yellow or whatever, I'm just cool toned everything. And it is what it is. And take a little tiny brush and just kind of contour the sides of my nose. I think that looks pretty. Just put in a little bit of color right there. Kind of like snatch. Snatch. Do they still use that word out there? And just up and then go like underneath your brow right there. Just a little, ooh, insta nose job. Not that anyone needs a nose job. Don't feel pressured. Just adding a little bit of dark, it just pushes everything back, as you can tell as I'm doing this. So you put dark in there, and it goes out. Ooh, hey. And then I do a little under there for some, it just really brings out your lips, or your bottom lip, you know. And then I like to put a little under here. It kind of pushes your nose up. Just a little. You can go all the way down and all the way around if you want, but I do like having curves. I'm a curvy girl, so I like curves. Like right under there. Oh, that does smell good. I take that back. That smells amazing. Epic. Well, I finally found one that I really like. Awesome. And then in keeping with this whole thing, I'm going to use that Phase Zero. I got it in my FabFitFun box the last time. This is a blush that I really, really like. And like I said, I don't always use blushes. It's not really my thing. But we're gonna just dip in a little bit, get the color on your brush, and then, you know, tap off the excess. Be like a very orangey, and I just kind of marry the two. I go, the blush kind of like melds in to the contour that I just put on. If you like it more on the apples of your cheeks, that's fine. Like up here, sometimes I do that, but sometimes, most of the time I don't like to. I like to keep it to the sides of my face for the most part. And a lot of people, you can do this where you use like your blush as your contour. You can do that, and I've done it before. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Yeah, I'm liking how that looks. And then what I'd like to do is use my Ben Nye Lumiere Luxe powder again, because this is all looking very healthy, glowy kind of thing, and I'm loving it. So what I'm just going to do is spray my Morphe Jeffree Star setting spray just to create, if you want highlight to really, really stand out, you add wetness to your face. You just create it, it like clings it on. It's really interesting. It's very cool. So you just let it mostly dry. Mostly. Go like this. And then, haha, where's my brush? You'd think I'd have all this ready, right? And then I dip in. And then just, you don't want to put that on your face. So like tap it out into the lid. You know, like that. And then you're just gonna pick a spot. I like to start right here. And then go out. Right there. A lot of people don't like highlighting that close, like underneath their eye. That's fine. Work, you know, do whatever works best for your, you know, your face shape and how it is, but I like it right there. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Yep, I love this stuff. And I put a little bit in the center of your face. Just kind of creates like a focal kind of thing. I do like to go zing right down the nose. And then tap a little at the very end of your nose. It's really cute. You're like, aw, adorable. And a little on the Cupid's bow. And a little bit right down here. So usually the way I highlight is basically, you know, this, and then just go just creating like this thing. And do you see how that highlighter just kind of like melted into the skin? It's very, very pretty. It's unlike any other highlighter I've ever had. And then I put a little tiny bit into the corners because that's pretty. I mean, at least I think it's pretty. You don't have to think it's pretty. It's fine. Put a little up under there. Like that. Yes. Oh Lord. And now, and then if you want to kind of melt all that back in, you can add like another layer of spray. You use like another one, just kind of like melts it all down, you know, so it doesn't look so fake or whatever. Yeah, that's very pretty. I like that. Now, lips. I'm going to be lining my lips. Should I use this by Rimmel? Let's see. This color? I think I want this color. I have 2 lip liners here today, and then I got a more of a berry color. Should I do berry? Or this? Yeah, I think I'm going to go in with this. This is by Rimmel. Rose Quartz. Now, I don't always line my lips. It's not a necessary step. In my opinion, you just don't have to. But hey, if you want to, do it up. And then, I'm going to go in with this. It's the Glitter Flip by Ciate London. Holographic. It's in the shade Crush. I think it'll be super pretty. Whoa. Hey, so I hope you guys like that. What do you think of this lip color? It's supposed to be a glitter flip, so there's supposed to be like glitter in it, but yeah, there's like a little bit. If you want it to be shinier than that, just put some gloss over it, you know. Doesn't matter. Oh, stop it. But I like the eyes. I do like those lashes. They're very, you know, they're softer. They're not super hard to do. So if you also don't like doing lashes, you can do this magnetic stuff. I think it works very, very well. And just like a natural, you know, eyebrow, not too dark, nothing. So you know, go out like this. And I have like a, ooh. I have a necklace on. Super cute, right? Oh, like that. Yeah, chunky. It's like pink, mauve-y, some sparkles. You know, date night, whatever. You can go into the grocery store. Do you? Be yourself. And remember to leave a like down below if you like this, and tell me more of what you guys are looking to see. I'll do whatever. Challenge me to do anything. I'll do it, boy howdy. I really like that. So what I wanted to touch on is that if anybody here is here, one, because I'm more conservative minded, and that makes you happy, I like my hair in front of my face. I've always been that person, and then I like it behind like that. Yeah, see, I think that's pretty. I've been watching recent events, and I follow Steven Crowder. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's more of a conservative YouTuber and comedian. It's like a, you know, news / comedy show. It's really, really good, very informative. And whenever he talks about issues, he definitely brings receipts with him, which I really, really appreciate. And you can go and, you know, check out his sources and where he's getting his information. And most of the time I don't see places doing that, which is really sad, because if you're going to claim something and so many people are listening to you and following that information, and it's thus shaping your viewpoints, you should include some receipts. Say, this is why I think the way I do, this is what this is based on. I think it's very, very important. So he definitely does that, and I've loved his show. I'm a Mug Club member. And what he was talking about how on YouTube you're not allowed, you can talk about voter fraud, you can talk about that stuff, but you're not allowed to talk about voter fraud as it relates to the last election. And that's really scary to me, because what's happening, and it's happening seemingly so fast, that people don't really have the time to stop and actually think about what is actually happening. And most people who would talk about this are just deemed conspiracy theorists and you're insane. But his tweet about all this, and he actually went out and went to actual addresses of people that voted in the last election, and they're not real addresses. They just don't exist. And I know a lot of people, they like will look at that headline and they're just like, what? Like, he was proving all of these addresses that voted in the last election are just not there. It's weird to me how that doesn't invoke an investigation on any level. Like, nobody wants to hear all this stuff. Plus, you can't even really get your message out without people like censoring you and doing all this crazy stuff, and it's really scary. And so I hope, what I would like to say is that I would advise people, anybody that's more conservative and stuff like that, join up on Mug Club. And I think he has a discount right now. I think normally it's $100 for the year, and you get exclusive content, because you can watch his show on YouTube, but then he has like another 45 minutes, sometimes an hour extra of content. And they go over stuff that they're not technically allowed to do on YouTube. Very, very good show. I highly recommend it. You get a lot of information that you won't hear anywhere else, because big tech, and it's really, really scary. Like, I was in Facebook jail, so it's not like I'm, just saying, like, I'm just like a fangirl. I'm like, oh, Steven Crowder and blah, blah, blah. I actually see this stuff happening. I made a YouTube video, and I was trying to promote it on, I think the site is called Sprizzy, and that's how I get my message out and more subscribers. And so I use tag words, to, you include tags, what your video is about, and kind of geared towards the people that you want to be seeing your video. And I did a video where I was talking about voter fraud. It wasn't a huge segment. It's not like who's gonna be listening to me anyways, for the most part. Like, I don't have that many subscribers yet. And so I tagged the word Joe Biden and voter fraud. And then it said, well, we have to, look over this video first before we approve it. And then I got the notification that said video wasn't approved for them to advertise for me. They won't tell you why, though. It wasn't like advertiser friendly or whatever they said. I'll try to find the reasoning and include it here. Hopefully I can. So you guys are like, fake news. And so what I did was I went through the taglines again. I deleted Joe Biden and I deleted the word voter fraud. And then it was approved. And I was like, oh my God, that's like an actual thing that's happening. It's not just because of, conservative voice out there saying it and it's all insane. Like, I actually saw it firsthand. And it made me really sad, because it's like, what? I don't understand. They're like, a lot of people will defend that, be like, well, what? I don't even know the reason that would be okay. It's terrifying. And like, I wasn't claiming anything. Like, I'll try to link my video down here. I was just talking about it. Like, it's interesting because there's actually a lot of things that you could point to say, oh, that is a little weird. And like, I think it's the scariest thing when you think about people not having confidence in the election. Like, the one thing we can do is, I can vote. I can try to have my voice heard and make a change if something's not going right. And it should be focused on, local too, not just presidential elections. And so that's the reason I added that in the tags. I'm like, if anyone's like looking up like voter fraud or like having to do with Joe Biden, anything like that, just things that people would be looking for. And then Google is just like, no. That's really scary. And so I think the best thing people can do right now is support these channels, either like big voices or small voices. Like the fact that it happened to me was terrifying. I'm like, I have 186 subscribers, and it's just like, I'm just a girl that likes to do makeup that is also conservative, and I have some opinions and I've voiced them before, and Google's like, no, that's really scary. So he's been, he's suing Facebook right now, and he's being censored all over the place. And I think the best thing that, if I can just tell 4 people on my channel to join up at Mug Club, and, I think it's like $70 for the year now, and just support him, because over at theblaze.com is where it would be. My mom. I think that's one of the small things that we can do, because it feels you feel kind of powerless, and there's just nothing that we can do. Like, it's just a person. Like, what do I do? Yes, I can vote. I can vote in small elections and try to change things from there, and I do think that's very good advice. But we're just sitting here like hoping that we're always hoping that our elected officials are doing the right thing, and like, well, the world will work itself out. This system will be fixed by this governing body or whomever. And that's kind of proving to just not be true anymore. And it's scary. Like, what can we do? What can I do? Like, can I help? How can I help? So, the least I can do is support a channel, or just, mention it. I talk about the channel all the time. So like, Louder with Crowder, highly recommend it. You'll get a lot of information, and you get a lot of history. And I've never been interested in like American history when I was younger in high school, and then I'm actually really getting interested in it now. And how old am I? 36, because of his show, because he mentions like little tidbits. I'm like, wait, is that true? I was never taught that in high school. How sad. Like, this is our own American history. And so I've definitely learned a lot. So if anybody out there is looking for a really good show to support and listen to, and he's on Monday through Thursdays, and you get entertainment, so it's not just people talking at you. That's the one thing. I'm not good at just people. I don't learn by people talking at me. I learn by you physically like showing me and being like engaging somehow. That's why I did terribly in school. It wasn't my strong suit until college. High school wasn't. And then college I got to make my own decisions more so, and I went for business, so it was more very, not history and math and all that stuff. Like, business, please. And so I highly recommend it. If you've never heard of him, I'm sure you have. He has a lot of following, but joining up at Mug Club, highly recommend it. I have the mug, or I have 2 of them, and I love them, and they make me really happy. Whenever I drink coffee, I use his mug. Like, get his name out there. So that's what I want to say. It's kind of getting scary out there, and I think we need to, if I can reach one person, that'll make a difference. That's how we can start small, because something definitely needs to be done. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you liked the look or whatever. If you didn't like it, that's okay too. You don't have to like it. I think that's a pretty lip color though. It's kind of sticky. I feel sticky. Ain't nobody like to feel sticky. So until next time, guys, remember to be kind. Be kind. Put some color in your world. Frick yeah. Yes. And stay humble. Bye, guys. Oh. Yeah, I see ya. If you pee on that white rug, I swear to God, punt. You're gonna be a punted kitty. That's not true, is it? I've never been violent towards you. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right then. Those lashes are pretty. So, until next, guys,